Welcome, Sagittarius, to your August 2021 reading. Thanks so much for tuning in. If this is the first time you've tuned into my channel, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click the subscribe button and ask your question in the comments below. Now, remember, Saggies, this is a general reading, so take what resonates for you and let the rest go. Now, you've got a pretty interesting reading. You've got five major arcana cards here. So this is telling me that August is going to be quite a significant month for you. Now, it's interesting. Sagittarius turned up in the Scorpio reading, and Scorpio has turned up in the Sagittarius reading. So some of you could very well have something to do with a Scorpio here. Also, Cancer is showing up here, and you've got an earth sign here as well. That is Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And you've also got a Libra here. You've got Justice here. So you've got a lot of people around you. And this is kind of really telling me that things are going to be a very busy month. You've got the Eight of Wands there. This is that card of busy, busy, busy. But I'll go into that in a little bit. But it's quite interesting. There's a lot of really big changes coming in for you in August. Now, you start out with the energy of Judgment, and Judgment is that final card before the World. And the World, I won't go too much into the World because you don't have it here, but the World is the completion. And Judgment is also talking about completing a particular, quite an important task that you've been working on. Now, this can have something to do with legal issues or a court case or something like that for some of you, just because the Judgment is right above Justice. But there is you're kind of pausing right now, and you're reviewing the past and what you've achieved here, and you now can sort of decide where you want to go in the future when the Judgment card comes in. It's like a renewal. You're being resurrected, you're being reborn here, and you've completed that task. You haven't sort of closed that period off in your life just yet. As I said, you haven't got the World card here where it's saying you're saying goodbye to a particular era of your life, but you are very close to completing some really important changes. Now, these can include career changes that you've been thinking about as well. And so if it is anything to do with your career, think them through, think through your options quite carefully here, Sag. And, I feel like there is a big decision to make, but you're ready for it, because when this card comes in, there is that renewal. You're ready to move on to new, wonderful things. And this can come in for some of you that may be preparing for, if you've been preparing for school exams or legal proceedings. As I mentioned, my goodness, it's right above the Justice card there. Or any sort of certification tests, if you're needing to, do a test to get onto that next level. Things are going to go really well when you get the Judgment card. And not only that, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So for some of you, I'm feeling like you are very lucky when it comes to your finances. Wonderful things are going to be happening for you. Things are moving in the right direction. It's a wheel. It's the wheel of karma. And your turn's coming around. I feel like this is great energy when it comes to your finances. I think things are going to be going quite well for you when that Wheel of Fortune does come in. And, this, it's right above the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is another card of abundance and security. So I feel that there's really good luck around you. And it's also a card, as I said, it's the Wheel of Fortune. It's a card of movement forward. And I feel if you guys have been feeling stuck, you've got the Chariot as well, which is also repeating that message of movement forward, going ahead, things beginning again. And if there's been a pause for you, or if there's been delays anywhere, the Wheel of Fortune is telling you that things are really going to be moving forward, and there's going to be good opportunity here for you. It's putting your actions into motion, and you know what? It's right next to the Eight of Wands. And you know what? I think Scorpio got the Eight of Wands too, which is quite interesting. And this is busy energy, fast moving energy. And I feel like you are going to be enjoying this. This is, things have been stuck or not moving. They haven't been going in the direction that you've been wanting them to go in. And now that Eight of Wands, sorry, did I say Eight of Swords? I meant Eight of Wands is coming in to tell you that the energy is moving. There's going to be action. There's going to be a lot of opportunity again, a lot of abundance, a lot of creative energy, because I do feel like this is to do with your career in particular, or if you are retiring, if you're retired and you're not working, this is something that you're really passionate about. And there's lots of shifts and changes here as well. Now, another interesting thing with the Eight of Wands is that a lot of people call this card the Arrows of Love. So I feel like for some of you, this could be a new relationship coming in. You do have a lot of people around you here, Saggies. So if you're not in a relationship and you are looking for love, I think that this could be coming in for you. As I said, there is a Cancer there, Libra, Scorpio, Earth signs. Everyone's there. But that Eight of Wands is quite positive things, so don't stress too much about it. Lots of action. I mean, it can be stressful having a lot of things on the go, a lot of things happening, so there is a bit of stress and tension from that, but I'm not feeling it's a negative kind of stress. You're happy to be active here. Now that Chariot card, as I mentioned, wow, that is movement forward again. A lot of repeated messages here for you, Saggy. And you are in control here. You are actually in control of where your life is headed. And even though that energy in the Eight of Wands is fast moving energy, this is... You are in control. You're the driver here, and you are... I mean, it's difficult because, you've got these two horses here. One's white, one's black, and this represents opposing forces trying to pull you in two different directions here. And so you're kind of grabbing the reins and you're holding it all in. But it's quite happy energy. This is like you're out on a big adventure again. You're moving forward again. And, you might be needing to juggle priorities as I said, this is two opposing forces, so you're kind of juggling things here, but it's like you're going to be accomplishing great things for the first time. You're going to actually feel quite accomplished, and success. Just stressing that, so can't stress that enough. And so for a lot of you, this can be talking about up and coming promotions, job offers, even awards. So as I said, if you have been thinking about changing your careers, things are moving forward, and could be some great things happening in your career. I really am feeling a lot of this is to do with career. And if you're needing to promote yourself or promote your business, it's a really good time to do it when you get the Chariot card as well. And you know what? This can actually even just talk about simply you going on a journey. There's a lot of activity here. You could be actually on the move. I mean, I don't know where you are in the world, but certainly here in Australia, we're in lockdown again in the city that I'm in Sydney, and a lot of other places in Australia. But if you are able to go on a journey or make a move here, some of you may actually be doing that, and it could be related to work. Now, that Justice card, this is also talking about things coming back into balance. If you have been feeling a little bit imbalanced or unbalanced, you know that when justice comes in, things are sort of working out for you. And it also talks about justice being on your side. So if you have had any legal issues there, things are going to work out for you. And also, if you're in a position where somebody is making a judgment over your work, or like this is where I'm feeling like you could be getting a new job offer or a new promotion. This is very much linked with that Chariot card. If there is someone there that is going to be making some judgments about you, they're going to be very favorable as well. Things are going to be just really working out for you. I mean, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, luck's on your side here. So I would just try everything. If you want to go for a new job, go for it here. And again, with anything to do with legal contracts, or signing sort of official paperwork, all of that's going to go well. Read it carefully though, before you do go and sign your life away, is one message that comes through with the Justice card there. But it's, justice is on your side. Now, this can also talk about people standing up for what they believe in as well, and what they know is right. So if you are in a position where you are having to do that, stand firm. Hold firm to your convictions here, Saggies, because you've got justice on your side, as I said. Things are going to work out quite well here. Now, that King of Pentacles, I think I sort of spoke about that before, but this talks about incredible prosperity and success again. I mean, how many messages of success are coming through for you here? You are, and again, right above it is that Wheel of Fortune. When you get that King of Pentacles, you know that you are, your plans are going to go exactly the way you had hoped, and they're going to go very well as well. So things are going to turn out exactly like you planned and better. And it's almost, when you get this card, it's like money is falling from the sky here. So I feel like a lot of you maybe go out and buy a lottery ticket, because this is great energy here for money, winning money. And quite often when that King of Pentacles comes in, it's talking about money that you've actually worked damn hard for. And this can talk about a promotion again, a raise, getting a raise, And also keep an eye out for some really wonderful opportunities. This luck coming in for you could be a wonderful opportunity that's presenting itself to you that you weren't expecting. It comes out of the blue, could be like a job offer, or somebody offers you something, you think, oh yeah, okay, I'll do that, and it turns out to work out perfectly and even better than expected. Yeah, I feel like keep an eye out for things like that, because there's this serendipity, there's this luck, that karmic wheel happening. So I feel like even if things don't seem so good on the surface, maybe think twice about it, because I think that could turn out really well for you. Now, the King of Pentacles does describe a person. Now, as I said, this is an earth sign, but it's more about the character of the person that the cards are describing. So for some of you here, I feel like you are leaving behind someone that is very hardworking. This could be a fire sign as well, I'm feeling, for some of you. And some of you might be leaving a situation, leaving a job, leaving a person. Could be someone who's a bit of a workaholic here. They might not be around emotionally a lot for you, or they may not have been around emotionally a lot for you. And yeah, I'm feeling there is a little bit of a situation where you are leaving that energy behind. You're leaving that person. You're leaving some difficulty that you may have had. Now, for some of you, I'm referring specifically to that Six of Swords card there. That's this card here. If you can see my little wand, that is the card that does talk about moving on from difficult, troubled waters. So if you have been having a difficulty with a job, you've been having difficulty with a particular person that's been in your life, you're moving on. And the Death card is there, as I did mention. Now, this is a Scorpio card, but what the Death card talks about is the bringer of change. And you are really moving on. Change is coming into your life. And, there's calm waters ahead. I feel like this is quite... the Death card is sort of... it's saying that there's an end coming to a situation that does not serve you very well at all. And you might not see... It's an ending to a situation that... it doesn't serve you. It wasn't for your best interests, and it's talking about time to move on, and it's right next to that Six of Swords. So you are doing that, a lot of you here, whether you're leaving a job that you are unhappy with, or a situation that was very mentally taxing for you, a relationship from the past that perhaps was still lingering. The energy of that person was still there. Death is the card that comes in and is moving you forward. And, it's right below that Chariot card, which is that card of movement forward, of things beginning again. And just situations that are changing for you in August. You are happily leaving any of that negative stuff behind. That the Death card is coming in and saying, yep, it's time. It's time to move on and face whatever it is. Like with Death, it kind of is a little bit like the Tower card, where it comes in and changes a situation that perhaps we weren't expecting expecting it to change, or we were stuck and we didn't know how to change it, and then death comes in and it releases any of that tension or that mental worry and stress for you. And it's going to bring a lot of new insights for you. There is this newness, this new beginning, this renewal. That's such a strong message that's coming through. Now, your final card there is Rising Above. And the affirmation for this card is, if you can see it over the crystal there, I see only beauty and grace. And what a beautiful message that is. So whenever you, with these particular cards, if you can just meditate and say those words over and over to yourself when you are meditating, it's going to be very beneficial for you in August. But the meaning of this card is, let go of the ordinary and step into the extraordinary. You have potential that you haven't even begun to tap into. This is the time to reach higher than ever before. So do not fall down before doubt. Remember your true calling. The universe wants you to know, just as the lotus rises out of the mud into that light, so you are rising up to even greater heights. Sometimes this occurs naturally, and sometimes it's an act of will. This is the time to rise above any situation that's not empowering, even if there are some people you might leave behind. Let your light shine for all to see. Rise up and step into your potential. You are indeed a healer, a teacher, a leader. I absolutely love that message for you, Sagittarius, and it is linking in so well with that death card, with that Six of Swords. You are moving on to something greater, something better. It links in with that Judgment card there. It's a movement forward in a direction that is so beneficial. And there is a little bit of scariness there because there is some new challenges, but you are going to be so successful here. You really are. There's so many cards that say that. So I hope I haven't rambled on for too long there. Have a wonderful month, and I hope to see you next month. Bye, Saggies.